How deep are the Chinese government into our own federal government? Joining us now to comment on it is Jim Hoft of the Gateway Pundit. Jim, you guys have been tracking the story as well. Is the Red Scare back?
Well, certainly this isn't the first time, Chanel, that we've seen this happen in the United States in recent years. We know that Senator Dianne Feinstein, she had a driver that she was using for over 15 years who they found out was a Chinese spy. This is a Democrat from California who recently passed away. We know that Eric Swalwell famously was dating Fang Fang, and she was also a Chinese spy. That's another Democrat lawmaker who's very outspoken, as you know. He's dating Fang Fang for several months or years. And now we have this new case out of New York, and of course she's working for Kathy Hochul out of the governor's office. This woman was promoting the CCP agenda in her role with the government. She worked for Kathy Hochul for over a year. They moved her to the Labor Department, and her husband was also arrested. This was yesterday. And they were getting kickbacks from the Chinese government and had properties they had purchased in Honolulu, in New York, in Massachusetts with the money that we were making. So another Chinese spy inside a Democrat official's orbit.
Yeah, no, they had brand new cars. They had, I think it was a Ferrari, a 2024 Ferrari, and all this property that was really not usually associated with government employees. But Sun is being charged, according to this, she's being charged with blocking representatives of the Taiwanese government from having access to high-level New York State officers. And then she's also being charged with changing messaging on issues that involved the CCP. So, again, clear. I mean, if these are charges, they've not been convicted yet, but they're charges. A raid has occurred. There's some credible hints and clues that these people are not exactly working on the U.S. side of things. And the question becomes, who ratted them out? Who found this out? Who put this on the radar of the officials in New York?
Well, that's a great question, and I don't know the answer to that. I do know also, as we talk about this, Tim Laws, the Democrat vice presidential candidate, he has close ties with the Chinese Communist Party also, and he went there and has made several trips there, the governor of Minnesota, and so it seems to be that this is pretty prevalent in Democrat circles, and it really makes you wonder why. Why is this happening? And again, it sounds very dangerous for our country.
No, it certainly is. And I know we've had several discussions with very learned individuals who have done research on this for a long time, who have pointed out the long history that the current, prospective vice presidential nominee, Tim Walz, has with China himself. He's got years of relationships going back to China. And so this kind of Chinese infiltration is not limited to Chinese nationals. I think that would be a very foolish and naive approach to this kind of story. This story highlights just how effective the Chinese government has been so far in infiltrating actual positions of power. The question, though, is to what extent does the Democratic Party actually stand oblivious to this? To some extent, you have to believe that they know.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.